Hey guys, okay, so now we're going to cover eyeshadow and how to do all of that. So I'm going to show you some products first. This is from Physicians Formula. It's really good white highlighter. And then this is California Love by ColourPop. You can go into either an Ulta or just to a drugstore and look at all these pretty colors. I start with a very light color to do on my base, or you can just get like something like this at the drugstore. It's like a 3-step palette, and then you can always pick the lightest color and use your finger and just put it onto the lid, just the top of your lid, so not anywhere above where your crease starts, and just cover your entire lid with that lighter color. And that helps to set a good base for the rest of the eyeshadow look. Now you can take this sparkly color, or really anything sparkly or has a sheen to it, and put it on the actual base of your eyelid. So keep the area towards the bridge of your nose pretty light, and then you can put this sparkly shade just all over the lid of your eyelid, just like how you did with that lighter shade. Okay, this part's really simple. Just take a fluffy brush and go in with a darker shade. You can kind of do whatever you want to, but I usually typically go with browns or a brownish red, whatever works with your eye color. And you start on the outside edge towards your ear, that side, and pack it in towards where the crease is and towards in the center of the eye. When you're doing this, keep your eye open. A lot of people make the mistake of closing your eye when you do this. Look in the mirror at yourself and directly stare at your reflection and make sure that you're putting the correct amount right where the crease starts, and then down, not up towards your eyebrow, or else you're going to make your eye look smaller, and that's not what we're wanting. You want to increase the look of your eye size. So that's by looking directly at the reflection and putting the darker shade right into the crease and down towards the eyelid. And then buff that out by going in kind of circular rainbow motions with the leftover eyeshadow towards the center bridge of your nose. But just very lightly do that. Keep the direct amount of penetration or the most amount of color towards the outside edge. Now you can go in with a lighter transition color, maybe a lighter shade of brown, and buff out that color so it makes a really good transition, like an ombre look, from your outer edge to the inside. So you're not taking that same dark color and bringing it in towards the bridge of your nose. You're actually taking a lighter shade of that brown and going towards the bridge of your nose like that. Very, very, very light. And keep, using circular motions and light fluffy motions. And then you can even buff it out with your finger, which I like to do towards the end. And then you have this really nice smoky eye look. And you can even take a shimmer shade and go over top of what you just did if you really want your eyes to have that shimmery look a lot of people like. So that's that section of things. So that's how you do it, is you keep all the concentrated color towards the end of your eye and try not to go too far out towards your ear. Just try to keep it right within the eye area. Now I'm just going to pack on with my finger just a little bit more brown to make it a little bit more intense of a color, and it looks much better when you put the mascara on and it really all comes together. But I just pack on a little bit more right on the edge, right on top of the eyelid, not even on the crease. And then that really creates that smoky eye look. Now I'm taking a very small brush, almost an angled smaller brush, and just going in where my waterline is on the bottom lash so that I just outline my eye a little bit more, which I think it looks really good when you have mascara on. Eyeliner. Okay, so I use this one by Rare Beauty, but there's also a good e.l.f. eyeliner as well if you want to use that. I like liquid because I think it's easier to work with, but as you can see, I'm just going first at the outer edge of my eye. Always keep your eye open for this one as well, and sometimes even prop up your skin on the top half, like where your eyebrow is, and prop that up so it creates that illusion. Okay, so I'm showing you here that you really should go, and look what I'm doing. It's going straight up towards the end of your eyebrow. So you see where your eyebrow ends, go up in that direction, and that's how you're going to create the outline for your wing. And it doesn't have to be a dramatic wing either. It's just something that comes out just a little bit from your eye, and then you just fill it in. And that's really it. Like, you don't even need to fill in the rest of your eyeliner if you don't want to. I do a very thin line towards the center and barely anything towards the bridge of my nose. And it just creates this really cute wing at the end. And then you do it the same way at the other side, on the other side. So same thing towards the end of where your eyebrow is, that's your line going all the way up. You create that line and then you can fill it in and just have that little wing out there to the side. It's very subtle and it's cute when you are wearing some mascara. Okay, so now we are going to curl our lashes. So a lot of people make this mistake when they curl their lashes. They go too far out from the lash. You have to go very close to your eyelid when you curl your eyelashes and then hold it down for a while. So even squeezing it a little bit would help even more to curl them. So squeezing it and pumping it back and forth helps that to be very curled. And I always curl my eyelashes, maybe even go back in and do it again, pump it, and then the other side as well. Now I'm going to take my mascara. I have some good recommendations. If you want any, just text me. But you can put that all over. How I like to start my mascara is to put a nice thin layer on. And really, when I try to do it, keep my eye open. If you really want a dramatic look, you can close your eye as you do it. And then go back in and kind of just fill in the empty spaces. And I do a very light look underneath the eye as well. Okay, so now I'm going to do some lips. So what you're going to do is maybe go out and get some Hoola lip liner, or you can go to a drugstore and just get any kind of lip liner that you think would work for your, complexion and such. If you need any suggestions, again, you can text me. But what I would do is start in the center of your lips on the bottom lip and fill out just the end of where your lip lines, and then do that with the top half of your lips too, and try to put very little lip liner towards the where your mouth closes, like the, what's it called, the crease of your mouth, who knows, the outer edge of your mouth. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't do a bunch there, because then you're going to have all kinds of problems when you're eating and yada, yada, yada. You want to keep that light in there. And don't overline your lips. I don't care what anyone says. It looks ridiculous. But that's just my opinion. You can overline your lips if you want to. But I highly doubt any of you would overline your lips. You don't like doing that. Anyways, getting off topic here. I have a passion about overlining your lips. So there you go. You're doing that. And we'll move on to eyebrows next. So what I get for eyebrow stuff is just this eyebrow brush that has a tint to it. And I think this is the easiest thing that you can do. You can also get a pencil and fill it in. How I do a pencil is I start towards the end of my eyebrow and just fill out the exact shape of my eyebrow. Don't try to create a new shape, and just do it towards where there's an arch, and then fill in the end of that, and then start from the center of your arch towards the center of your brow and fill it in. But this one's very easy. You can just flick it up and just fill in your eyebrow that way. And this one's from Ulta, and I always suggest getting a shade lighter than what you think that you should get, because it always inevitably ends up darker when you're pushing it through than what you actually want it to be. So go a shade lighter than you actually think that you should get at the store. Okay, and now we just put our setting spray on. Very important. Set everything in place, all your eyeshadow and eyebrows and lips and such, and boom, you're good to go.